Welcome to Careless Coder. Today we will sort of revisit a video that I did 2 years ago where I played the simulation of this handheld game online in such a way that I would make the top 3 high score. I didn't make it though. Motherfucker! So 2 years ago I wrote a test, a tool-assisted speedrun that could play this online version of this game completely flawless. And I let it play for about 12 hours and I figured, well, now I'm in the top 3. I stopped it and I was number 4. Because Andrew Morton and Mr. Krishna obviously fudged the high score. Because Mr. Krishna 9999999 in Highway, there's no way you will have done that by playing the game, because it will take you at least 3.5 years, at least 24 hours a day. So I figured, let's see if we can hack this, but do it with another game of this website, Mario Bros. Now Mario Bros is an interesting game and watch game because one of my best friends in primary school had one, and the way how I always got the best score was just running with Mario and Luigi up and down the steps as quick as I could. And that would eventually make a game over, but I would always beat him and I never taught him how to do that. So that is the trick. So I'm going to implement it and see if we at least can break in the top 10 of the high score list. And if not, or we definitely are going to do that, we're going to fudge the high score API to put in any high score that we want. Basically, I'm going to teach you how to deface websites. I'm sure there's a law against that, but fuck the law. I didn't elect anyone in this government, so fuck this government. I don't recognize you. Besides, it's just a high score. So this is the code. Like I said, I only spent a couple of minutes creating this. So we import this library, not.js, sorry, and just send the up arrow for both Mario and Luigi twice, and then the down arrow for both Mario and Luigi. Now these times I did alter them just a little to get to the 27:15. But I set them to 80 so you can play around. That way that score hopefully is a bit more safer. Because actually getting the high score by auto-playing it is far more impressive and cooler than just fudging, spoofing the API. I also wait 8 seconds so I have the time to switch the browser and then allow this. Oh, by the way, don't feel tempted to remove those sleeps because your PC will not like it. It will buffer overflow it. And actually the game only checks collisions every frame, I believe. So going any faster is not really useful. So yeah, then you just start Node.js and run it and we get this.
When you look, you notice something very suspicious here. We got 2 Italians, Mario and Luigi, working hard. I mean, when was the last time you saw Italian work, let alone work hard? They work smart. Then again, on closer look, this is a big warehouse. We got suspicious packages. Makes you wonder where is the FBI, right? Well, they probably own the FBI. This is just a drug lab, a drug warehouse. Oh, then again, these are little bottles. So this was during the Prohibition. These are Al Capone's, man, during the Prohibition. Well, that is a nice little enterprise they got running there.
So I scored 2747 that run. Like I said, it's not foolproof, it's just running up and down. You can make this foolproof, just like I did with Highway, but I just didn't want to bother building the same game twice, or same test. And I did get into the top 10, except then I added myself 4 times by spoofing the website. Okay, so let's see how we actually did this. And I urge you not to do this on this website. Because, well, first of all, it's not truly legal. Secondly, it's morally not right. At least I did my effort to play the game automatically and to teach you. That is my reason, so I can actually show you how to do this, and hopefully that you write more secure code. So let's jump in and show you how I got there. So the first thing is to open up your editor, and there we immediately see, oh, lcdcame.js. Well, that's convenient. So let's click on there. Oh, even more convenient. We get all the source code. Huh. Fascinating. Now, logically, it will need to post information or get information. So let's make this a bit smaller and see if we can find a post or a get. So I will just search get. Is there a get? Target? No, I mean get space. No. No. So is there perhaps a post then? Oh, look at that. There is a post call. Oh, wow, look at that. There is a URL there. And it posts new HS, new Highscore. Huh, really? That simple? Yes, that's simple. Okay, yeah, so we only need to know what is being passed in there. So I put a breakpoint on there, and let's play the game. And let's play it bad. I guess that boss is Al Capone.
Oh, Mario, you know usually I kill the people for money, huh? But since you're my friend, I kill you for fucking free if you drop it one more time, huh? Capiche?
This is actually how I played it in the past for real. Alright, let's do test. Okay, yes, we're there. Look at that. Ah, we have the URL. BDR games. Fascinating. So we don't even need to look it up in the code, although it's probably a global variable. So let's copy this. Let's add it in a little notepad. Another project. Okay. So we have the URL. Let's do a little step over. Where is that? That's there. Come on, step. Yeah. Okay, so what is in the M? The M contains all this. Oh, nice. Look at that. Huh. I even have my client GUID. Oh, fascinating. So basically what we can do is update the score. Score is 6. No. The score is 10,000, for example. Level is, I don't know. Whatever, this. Should be a bit smaller. I tried a lot. It did not really check on this. And the time, let's be a bit more frank. Let's make this 321 seconds. And we had this many button presses. Well, the browser we just leave. The client, GUID. Okay. So now what we just do is fake a request using this. And I use Postman for that. So we open Postman and we go from params to body and we select WW encoded arrays. I already put in, hey, this one shouldn't be there, an empty one. Didn't complain about it. So I already put in the game name and Mario Bros. Game type, it was game type 1, so I went through. This is the name. Alright, yeah. And then we need to do the URL, and we saw that this was the base of the URL. That's the base, and it calls new highscore.php. We click on send, and there we go, rank 4. Or just reload it, see. Ah, there it is. Now, I advise you, I urge you not to do this on this website. I hope also that they will clean this out, because I think games should be experienced the way that they are for real. But it is a lesson, a practical lesson on how bad some of these APIs are. And if you think they're more secure in healthcare and banking, you may not like the fact that they often aren't. There is more focus on it, but yeah. And this is just a benign little Highscore wall, but yeah, imagine if they do something like that with your healthcare records. It's really scary how fragile APIs generally are. So there you have it. With a couple of lines of code, we made Mario and Luigi run up and down the ladders as if they were high on their own speed or cocaine, whatever the fuck they are dealing in the warehouse. And then we still didn't get into the top 10 because I already fudged the Highscore with my top 4s. Yeah, I record these videos out of order, to be honest. It was about spoofing, but then I saw the game and I wanted to sort of see how far we could push it. So I reorganized the story of this video. That's what I do. Yeah, blame me. But yeah, I think the major important lesson here is that web apps are inherently insecure, because you can very easily read the source code, unlike a statically compiled binary or a binary compiled binary, because there the entry level is a lot higher. And of course we cracked a lot of games here already by just reverse engineering the assembly code. But yeah, it's a lot more involved than just reading JavaScript code or sniffing the network. So the main takeaway is, if you ever create a web application that calls a backend service, always use SSL or TLS, it's called these days. Always. And make sure that your private key to sign it with is somehow very obfuscated within that source code, so that's not easily obtainable. And otherwise I would just take that key, ram it into my Wireshark and decode every traffic that comes along. And the idea of this video came when Ben Awad described his new progress.
I didn't want people to cheat in was the battle pass. I didn't want them to be able to just skip to like day 30 or 8 and like just collect everything. So for this, we actually just make an API call to a time server. I'm just using this free service called timeapi.io that I make a fetch call to. And this is a trusted date time that I use.
And I replied to the video, yeah, except that I can read the code now. So I can create a little service to sniff this. So I just create DNS, put that hostname in there, create a little service that will just mimic this timekeeper that you use, and just always give back 24 hours in the past. And your code is not the wiser, and I can collect all these honor badges. Really easy. So yeah, web developers seemingly don't know how to write secure code. Or at least they are not as involved with writing secure code. So I think that is the main takeaway of this video. So I hope you learned something, and see you in the next one. I'm going to play some real Mario Bros for real. Not just running up and down the ladders.